Hi guys, Piotr here, this is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. Hopefully you are doing okay. Please like and subscribe, as this is the channel content you're looking for. Anyway, we are going to discuss euro dollar today. It's the last month of the third quarter. We are around non-farm payrolls, we are around the ECB rate decision, and taking that into the consideration, especially when it comes, and surprise, surprise, when it comes to the ECB, that's gonna be very, very important, as we got very hot CPI number lately, all right? So there is a chance when it comes to the ECB members, especially when it comes to the hopes to try to force some changes, right? So it's going to be very, very important. If you do remember our previous euro dollar analysis, we were discussing the levels close to 116 as a very, very important, based on the possible okay, one-to-one move to the downside visible here. When it comes to the August, the low was around 1664, and we've seen very low shadow, all right? So it could be that we already tested the very important level related to this swing low discussed before based on the monthly chart. Of course, we have quite wide range here, right? 116, 120, 280, 123, 1-to-1 almost done, and we are holding not only the swing low, all right, over here, but also based on the entry and close of the full month, we were holding this low over here. So right now, if you are going to try to check, okay, the low over here, 1725. So based on the monthly chart, 1725 and then 116 as a crucial levels over here. If we are going to make that break, all right, most probably, if we are going to make the break of that range, most probably we are going to revisit 110, 109. That's what we discussed, if you do remember, all right? When it comes to the upside, of course, as of now, we might retest 120, 280, 123, so top of that range, all right? But first thing first, to have that possibility, we have to take out this 119, 119.50. We have to reopen 120 to get that possibility. So we want to see this type of the price action like this and break to the upside. So overall, when it comes to the bigger picture, we know what we are looking for. So let's have a look what we have when it comes to the weekly chart, right? And here, very, very nice thing when it comes to the bulls. Please have a look what has happened here. What has happened here? And what we have when it comes to the last 2 weeks, all right? In that case, it could be that the market may want to retest levels close to 119, 120 this or next week, okay? Very, very interesting situation, because I think we might to try to make the turnaround, right, of this move to the downside. So if that's going to happen, right, we might see attempt to ride to 120, and in that case we are talking about the possible retest of that supply over here. There you go. That's also the mid of that range we are discussing. So levels close to 119.50, 120 are gonna be crucial. So based on the weekly chart, the low is what we might see still, like stop count below the most recent low with the rally, right? On the other hand, the sellers are looking for a close below 116, and that might reopen based on the weekly chart the levels close to 1350, 1150, and then 950. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the daily chart. All right, that's a little bit easier. The blue lines represent the possible one-to-one move. There is still a little bit of the space here, right? So in that case, based on the daily chart, it could be that we are doing the similar in size moves to the downside. So there is a still possibility market may want to clean some stops, and if we are going to see the lower shadow, it could be the turnaround moment, right? On the other hand, if we are going to see the close below, it could be just the retest and move lower. So that's the very crucial level. That's what you wanna to look for. Now, taking into the consideration the most recent moves, taking into the consideration what we've seen around 117 here with this possible stop count, the bulls are gonna be visible around this 117 level, and I'm pretty sure that could be the case. If we are going to hold that level, so we might see similar in size move to the upside, and again the levels close to 119.50, 120 could be in place. So overall, buyers are around 17, and then again around the 116. The sellers when it comes to the medium-term perspective are within the zone around 119.50. Okay, so that's what we are looking for. And lately, let's have a look at the intraday price action here. Let's switch lower. Let's switch to the hourly chart. All right, let's check the bigger picture. And when it comes to the waves, this one, and that one, three of them were similar in size. But if we are going to take into the consideration what we've seen lately, is much bigger. Now, some may try to consider the recent price action as a head and shoulder formation, but what I would look for here is some kind of the failure. So in my opinion, we might want to try to make the attempt to break lower from that head and shoulder pattern. For me personally, to be honest with you, it's not head and shoulder, because head and shoulder is a topish formation. It should be at much higher level, and we might see what we already discussed. It could be some kind of the megaphone formation on this right shoulder, and we might see much higher rally. And from the intraday perspective, I think that we might reach 1880 from that perspective. So when it comes to the aggressive buyers, all right, you are looking for this megaphone formation. If it comes to the conservative buyers, it could be that you are going simply to miss the trade, but if there are going to be the possibility to try to fade this head and shoulder, you want to see this type of the rally retest and rally towards 1880. So that's how I see the things around the non-farm payrolls ahead of the ECB. We might see a little bit weaker dollar. Well, because of the EU CPI, situation has changed a bit. So overall, look for the euro pairs. You might find some easier pairs to trade than euro dollar, but that's how I see the things. You are not gonna be in rush to sell euro dollar. Your levels are above 119 or with the close below 116. With that being said, guys, wish you great trading day and see you around. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Take care and goodbye.